What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update with you guys today. Just before we get into it, just a quick reminder to go check out our website, wearetottenhamtv.com, where you get your latest articles. But not only articles, you get merchandise there as well, where we've got literally shirts, probably every player, well, nearly every player in the squad anyway, as well as we are on all podcasting platforms. Go check us out on Spotify. But let's get into the update. And yesterday we brought you a loan report. But there is one player that we did miss out yesterday on that loan report, and he goes by the name of Luka Vuskovic. I'm not sure if he's actually a Spurs player yet, or we've loaned him back. I can't remember the whole.
He's a Spurs player, but he's loaned, yeah.
Is he on loan from Spurs, or is he on loan from his other club?
I think technically on loan from Spurs. Oh, no, sorry. Technically, he's joining us in 2025.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So he's actually not on loan from Spurs at the moment. But he had a bit of a standout performance yesterday in the Polish top division against Stal Mielec. He played 90 minutes, scored a goal. 33 out of his 35 passes were accurate. 3 out of his 4 long balls were accurate, 5 clearances, 4 headed clearances, 2 recoveries, 1 interception, 7 out of 9 aerial duels won, and 0 fouls committed in a man of the match display. And he also hit the post as well as scoring. So he's clearly a massive threat from set pieces. But let's go and have a look at his goal. This is the way he scored it, from a long throw on. And such a big lad.
Oh, lovely finish.
He only just turned 17.
Romero-esque, some would say.
He only just turned 17, and that's what he's doing in men's football.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
I think it's
incredible.
And also, I don't know if you've seen, there's a video.
Yeah, well, if you scroll down.
Oh, there you go. There's him in the dressing room. Look at the confidence he has, leading the charge in the dressing room. Obviously, he's on a high after scoring. Was it the winner or put the one up in this game? But scoring a goal for his team, and a great header. And he looks like a very confident guy. And look, he's such a tall lad for his age as well. It's unbelievable the talent this kid could have, I think. And looks like in a couple years' time, we're going to have a real talent on our hands.
Yeah, so in a couple of years' time, maybe, well, in many years' time, we're going to have Vuskovic and Ashley Phillips at the back for us. That's what it's going to be.
Well, where's Van de Ven going to play?
Van de Ven will probably be in a retirement home by then now, Joe. Van de Ven's still so young. You don't realise how young he is as well. It's just like the crop of talent coming through at Spurs at the moment. It's just unbelievable, really.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So that is Vuskovic. The next story we've got to bring you is a really funny story about Richarlison and Antonio Conte that was brought to light from an Emerson Royale interview to a Brazilian YouTuber. But Emerson was telling the story about when Richarlison came late to a team meeting one day, and he says he arrived late to the meeting on the day of the game, and Conte said, do you want to say something? Do you want to apologise to the team? He asked to the other kids who had also arrived late too. The kids said, sorry, we're late. And then it got to Richarlison, and Emerson goes, well, Richarlison was supposed to apologise, right? But instead of apologising, he didn't really understand the question. And he started laying into Conte's tactics, saying he should be playing more, saying the formation is shit, I'm not adapting, and all this kind of stuff. So instead of apologising to Conte and the team, he doubled down and just completely laid into Conte for the tactics that he's been deploying.
It just seems as though like he's come in with like some certain things to say, and then Conte's like, well, like, what's going on? Why are you late? And he's like, he didn't understand what Conte's saying. He's like, I'm just going to go forward with what I was going to say. Your shit, the tactics are shit, that shit. And we saw how much he struggled last season, didn't we, with Richarlison? So it's no surprise to me that he wasn't a fan of how Conte wanted us out. To be fair, as well, looking at how Conte sets up, I don't think it probably suits Richarlison very well, so it's no surprise he wasn't a fan of it. We also know last season it was very public after the AC Milan game. There was a very public tiff, wasn't there, between Conte and Richarlison, so we know they had a frosty relationship. But now it's quite interesting to hear some more behind the scenes stuff about how Richarlison was really forceful and how much he didn't like Conte, basically.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that moment, because it was so classic, isn't it? Just Richarlison had no clue what Conte asked him to do. He thought he was asking him to give him his life problems, and he was just literally just saying, just apologise to the squad and me for being late. And then he literally just doubled down on it and just said what like he already had in his mind. But you know, Richarlison, he's always going to say what he has in his mind, isn't he? He's that kind of guy. But I just thought it was a hilarious story, to be honest. But he does seem a lot happier now, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure, and he's been very public about it. He loves the way Ange plays, and he's, he thinks it's much more suited to how he wants to be as a player and a striker. Obviously, he's had a lot of personal issues that he's been able to sort, and physical issues that he's been able to sort as well. And he does cut a much happier figure this season for sure.
Yeah. And last but not least, we've got some quotes from Pape Matar Sarr's dad on the progress that his son is showing as a footballer. And the quote is, "I encourage him to and congratulate him whilst continuing to pray for him because it wasn't easy when he left Metz for Tottenham. As a parent and a former sportsman, I give him advice. And now we can see the season he is having. It's possible that the patience he showed last year have helped him where he is today. What's more, that he has the trust of the new coach. I tell myself that Pap hasn't shown his true worth yet. He still has a lot of room for improvement and God has put him on the right track." So he's saying that Pap has got still a long way to go in terms of his development. And if that is true, we've got some player on our hands.
I think it is true as well, because I see Pap and I see he's got so much more to offer, like technically. Like I think he's really starting to add those goal contributions this season, but I think he's got a really good shot on him that he can make more use of. I think his vision in the final third, he can make more use of. Obviously, he's still only 20. He's got great physical attributes, but I think they're only going to get better once he grows his muscles a bit and gets a bit broader and stuff like that. So I think we're in the early stages of seeing a world-class potentially midfielder in Pape Matar Sarr, in my opinion. And he's been so good this season. And maybe that experience last season of having to bide his time, wait for his opportunity, maybe it's made him even more hungry to make sure that when he's on the pitch, he's giving absolutely everything and not leaving anything on the pitch when he goes off, because he's been exceptional. But I don't think he's anywhere near his ceiling just yet.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And you see a lot of kind of rave reviews coming from opposition fans in the Premier League, coming for like someone like Kobbie Mainoo, who's broken into the Manchester United team this season, but you don't really see it that much for Pape Matar Sarr. Why do you think that is?
He just goes under the radar a bit more. I don't know why. Maybe because, well, obviously Mainoo's a bit young, he's 18, but maybe because Sarr doesn't do a lot of the flashy stuff. But I think you can see his performance level and his consistency. He should be up there amongst the names of some of the top young midfielders in Europe at the moment, the way he's playing. So I think, look, give it time, he'll get his flowers. No doubt about it.
And it's not just like his footballing ability as well. It's like his mentality and attitude around the camp, how smiley he is, how close he is with everyone in the whole squad. He seems like everyone's little brother pretty much. And it kind of just adds into that narrative of how together this Spurs squad are. And I think he's central to that.
Give it a few years, he'll be everyone's big brother.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be it.
When Vuskovic comes, he'll be the big brother.
Exactly. And I think that's also what makes him such a great person to have around the dressing room, just how he's so integrated with all his teammates, and then he's got the quality to back it up as well. So it's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, but that is all you have for the Tottenham update today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories we've brought to you today. How excited are you to see Vuskovic in a Spurs shirt in a couple of years' time? And also let us know about that Richarlison story. I thought it was bloody hilarious, but let us know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.